Hello, hello, it's the MetaVerse Explorer, and it's the 1st of September. I'm here to give you some news in the crypto ecosystem, because every day you wake up, there's something new to cover in crypto, right? It's always hard to get on top of it. I think today, the number one story that's actually coming out today is Michael Saylor being sued by this guy, and also being sued by the government for tax evasion. All right, so it's a big kind of topic to discuss, but let's generally read this guy's Carl A. Racine. Carl is actually the official account, District Court of Attorney General Carl Racine. Washingtonian since age 3, standing up for every district resident every day. Let's read what he had to say as to why Michael Saylor is being sued. So, today, we're suing Michael Saylor, a billionaire tech executive who has lived in the district for more than a decade but has never paid any DC income taxes for tax fraud. Now, this is what rich people do, right? They say their residence is in one spot, but they actually live somewhere else. And when they have that residence, they pay that place's tax, right? And while they're in this other spot, which is where this guy is from, they're saying, no, you're not paying our taxes, even though you are here. So it's a bit of I don't know, playing fastball with where you actually are and versus where your residence is and where you're paying tax on your residence versus where you spend most of your time. Let's keep reading what he says. We're also suing his company, MicroStrategy, for conspiring to help him evade taxes legally. He legally owes on hundreds of millions of dollars he's earned while living in DC. It's the first lawsuit brought under District Court's District Court under the DC's recently amended False Claims Act, encouraging whistleblowers to report residents who evade our tax laws by misrepresenting their residence. Led by this guy and the Council of DC, unanimously updated the law and gave us enforcement authority. Now, what this actually means is that this is an amendment to a new law, and this new law now says that everyone who was in this place is supposed to pay tax. So Michael Saylor was doing everything right until they changed this law, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're going to sue you because you didn't pay it according to this new law that we changed, okay? Before you were doing fine, but now not. With this lawsuit, we're putting residents and employees on notice that if you enjoy the benefits of living in our great city while refusing to pay your fair share of taxes, we will hold you accountable. Now, this is the news that's coming out, right? Keep in mind, they're suing Michael Saylor himself. They're not suing MicroStrategy. They're also suing MicroStrategy for conspiring to help him evade taxes he legally owes. This is, I think, a long shot at the moment. What does Michael Saylor say? You know, buy Bitcoin. That's the only thing. They can't take it away from you. They can try and sue you everywhere. They can try and take your actual garnish your wages, but if you own your BTC by yourself, they can't take that away from you. Okay. What do you think about this topic? I think he's rich. People want to go after rich people, try and set an example. He literally says here, we're going to try and make an example out of you. We're putting people on notice. So I think this is going to affect, people are saying this is going to affect the crypto markets because Michael Saylor is the biggest holder. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, is the biggest holder of BTC. I don't think this is going to affect it at all. I think this is the bear market and the news coming out. Lots of this stuff happens all the time. Pepe, thank you very much for joining us. Let's have a look at some of the other news in crypto. What's happening recently? I like to use Crypto Panic. Total staked ETH is more than doubled ahead of the Ethereum merge. This is interesting, right? We're seeing a lot of people still staking their ETH. We're seeing centralized services starting to spin up their own ETH, like Coinbase ETH, CB ETH. Binance ETH has B ETH. FTX, we just need an FTX ETH, right? It'll be F ETH. F ETH. Isn't that cool? Isn't that funny? Cardano is set to outperform Bitcoin as traders look to hedge against Ethereum merge. I don't know. Cardano is not really going to overtake Bitcoin at all anytime soon. They can't even overtake Ethereum. They don't have a working smart contract ecosystem yet. They have devs, yes, they have devs, but they're very academic and they don't like to push things and they don't like to innovate quickly and break things and move ahead and keep going. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Cardano myself. Let's see. Ethereum's Layer 2 Arbitrum completes Nitro upgrade. Yes, if you saw some of my other videos, Arbitrum has now finished the Nitro upgrade. It doesn't change much really. It gives you lower fees. Like you should still be using the chain to try and get an airdrop here and there. I make Arbitrum videos myself, and I'm going to be focusing on a lot of the different protocols in Arbitrum. Okay, so feel free to like and subscribe if you want to watch those Arbitrum videos. I think, guys, remember, Arbitrum has 50% of all the TVL in layer 2, and it doesn't have a token. Optimism has like 25% of all TVL, and that's already released this token. So what happens if something that dominates 50% of the market now releases a token to incentivize people to come and use it? It's just going to suck up all the other TVL, all the other people from the other ecosystems into Arbitrum, because that's where a lot of the volume in TVL is. El Salvador's Bitcoin Beach to receive over 200 million in infrastructure investments. Awesome. Bitcoin Beach, I think El Salvador was going to be doing their bonds recently, where they were going to give like a 1 billion Bitcoin-backed bond. So, you know, El Salvador as a country holds its own Bitcoin. They're mining their own Bitcoin through a volcano. They want to use that Bitcoin as collateral to borrow money against that, borrow fiat, which is ever devaluing, right? They want to borrow that, use that to improve their country. Let's read this headline. Let's read the top headline. El Zonte, a Bitcoin beach in El Salvador, has been renamed Bitcoin Beach. Very nice. As a result of its acceptance of the crypto, it will get infrastructure upgrades as part of the strategic plan that will be implemented by the governments of El Salvador. Given the beach's adoption of Bitcoin BTC to develop circular economy in the region, the beach has gained iconic status. Actually, it has. A lot of people in crypto have heard of El Salvador firstly, and Bitcoin Beach, or El Zonto at least, because there's a giant big podcast that happens there. A lot of people are helping the economy starting to get up because they're experimenting with Bitcoin and they're open to it, right? But that's the thing. It's only the people who have nothing to lose that will go ahead and use Bitcoin, right? These wealthy countries, US, Japan, the EU, they don't feel like they need Bitcoin because their financial system is okay. Not really. It's not doing well. So sooner or later, people will come around, I think. These expenditures will go toward the construction of brand new amenities to enhance the vacation experience for tourists to the destination. This is great. It already has the ethos of crypto and Bitcoin. You know, this is where the Bitcoin beach is, right? Might as well keep playing on that, leverage on that. You know, now it's a tourist destination. If you have Bitcoin, come and spend your Bitcoin at all of these different places, attractions here and there. And this is the place to be if you have Bitcoin and you want to go on a Bitcoin vacation. Now, let's listen to the president, Nayib Bukele. What does he say? El Zonte, for many, is known as Bitcoin Beach. We are going to fix an area of 15,000 square meters where there will be shopping centers, parking, beach club, treatment plants to revitalize the area. Awesome. There will be this year, we will expand 21 kilometers of the littoral road to 4 lanes, and we will also do it with hydraulic concrete, which is more expensive than asphalt, but lasts much longer. Awesome. So they're thinking a little bit ahead. Now, let's move on to some other news. What's happening? Cardano reaches new milestone as first NFT lending platform set to launch. First NFT lending platform. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've never seen an NFT lending platform, right? There's heaps on Ethereum and there's heaps on Solana. This is nothing crazy. I don't want to shit on Cardano too much because people are thinking I don't like Cardano. It's not doing much, right? Yes, they have academic people, but they're not making strides the way I see. Crypto community predicts bullish Solana price for the end of September. Why, I wonder? I don't see anything actually happening for Solana in the short term. In the long term, I see a lot happening for Solana, right? But in the short term, no. The entire cryptocurrency market faces strong levels of volatility. Forum Jerome Powell's latest news around interest rate hikes to curb inflation. Crypto investors and traders are trying to estimate whether decentralized finance DeFi Solana will trade by the end. Where the decentralized finance DeFi Solana. That makes no sense. So DeFi is like a concept separately to Solana. Solana is the layer 1 blockchain, and DeFi are the different applications or decentralized finance applications that live on Solana or live on Ethereum, and hopefully might live on Bitcoin later on. Stacks is trying to do something similar. We'll trade by the end. The community at CoinMarketCap has a bullish prediction estimated that Sol token will trade at a median price of 43 by September 30th, using the website's price estimate. Well, we're similar to there. It's already September 1st, and we're very, very close to this price target. So really, it's not much. It's like a 35% big increase. It's not much at all. It's not much at all. So this is some of these articles are created by robots or bots. So I try not to dig too deep into it. I need some really good news to keep us going. Let's see what's now. Did you guys know? So DYDX is moving to Cosmos. Did you also know that Helium is moving to Solana? Helium is a kind of it's a crypto first and foremost, but they also have a very robust connection to hardware. They're providing a new kind of internet. I think it's called light internet, or it's like it uses a different wavelength and it's faster. It's just better, I think. Well, what's better, really? They have some stats which are better, but of course that means you need nodes. And so Helium has been incentivized people to have these literal hardware plugged into different places to give you coverage. And how do you get incentivized to do that? You get Helium tokens to do that. It hasn't been going too well for them, to be honest. So they're saying they're going to move to Solana. And I think one of the reasons was that they really like where Solana has been going, and they want to stop the Helium emissions and use the Solana validators to use that as the infrastructure instead of constantly giving out Helium tokens. Now, I keep saying this. I learned my lesson the hard way. These guys that just keep giving out tokens for stuff, right? They keep giving out tokens either for liquidity farming or for node running. It is an inflationary pressure. So why do you expect the price to go up? Only in the bull market when everything goes up. Otherwise, everything goes down because people get those tokens and they sell it because they have to pay for electricity, right? Solana, Anatoly replying, Solana's full nodes divided by ETH's 2 full nodes is 0.6. Yeah, just some little replies. Let's see what else is happening on Twitter. Hey, there's me. Get on Ethereum layer 2 with L2Beat. Yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm now a content creator over at Collective Shift. It's a really good educational platform to try and get people updated on what's happening in crypto. It's geared towards the beginner to intermediate level users of crypto. If you're a native Web3 participant, there are some things in there that you might really enjoy. We have some connections with a few people who give us great insight into the market. But it's mainly geared towards the beginner to intermediate level. So yeah, I just did a video about L2Beat and L2 feeds and looking at the risks versus the risk of the different L2s and the risk of like the technologies, how you're going to exit, some of the other stuff. Watch the video if you're interested. And I think nothing else is happening at the moment. All right, let's stop there. This has been MetaVerse Explorer. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a pleasure. 12 minutes. I try and keep it short. I try and keep it very, very informal, right? We're just talking. Two guys, me, you, or a girl. I don't know if you're a girl. Me and you, we're just talking about crypto and looking at the news that I find every day. And I'll try not to hit my mic. So that's it for me. I'm going to leave it here. Ciao for now.